Iran strikes back. Tel Aviv in flames as tensions erupt into all-out retaliation. Full update. Breaking news from the Middle East, June 15, 2025, IQD to VND News. The skies over Israel once again roared with the sounds of sirens and explosions as Iran launched a powerful counteroffensive in response to Israel's deadly attacks on its territory. In what has now become a full-blown escalation, Iran's retaliatory strikes have targeted multiple high-profile locations within Israel, including suspected nuclear research facilities and military installations. This morning, images and videos surfaced from Rion Lejan, a residential district in Israel, showing massive clouds of smoke rising from buildings struck by Iranian missiles. In Tel Aviv, residents were jolted awake by the blaring of air raid sirens as several explosions lit up the skyline in a terrifying sequence of destruction. What happened in Tel Aviv? Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, confirmed the launch of a multi-phase aerial attack named Operation True Promise, marking the beginning of a systematic and relentless military response to Israel's aggression. The attack reportedly struck a nuclear research facility in Tel Aviv, Israel's Ministry of Military Affairs headquarters, multiple residential and administrative locations. The Israeli emergency services swiftly deployed across affected zones to evacuate civilians, extinguish fires, and assess the extensive damage. However, the official number of casualties and structural losses remains unconfirmed as of this report. Iran's official statement: "This is just a beginning." Speaking live on state television, Brigadier General Ahmad Vahidi issued a strong message to the global community, declaring that these operations were just the beginning of Iran's campaign of justice. The strikes are a direct retaliation for the deaths of key Iranian military leaders and scientists during Israel's air assault on June 13, which targeted strategic cities across Iran including Tehran, uranium enrichment facilities in Natanz, defense and missile development labs. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, addressed the nation in a somber but powerful tone, stating, "The evil Zionist regime has committed a grave mistake. Its consequences will be devastating. Our armed forces will act decisively. This is a promise to the proud people of Iran." Yes, the attack on Tehran. Israel's strike back. Just hours after Iran's barrage, Israel responded with a wave of air raids targeting critical zones within Iran's capital, Tehran, and nearby provinces. Reports from Iran International suggest that Israeli missiles struck Tehran's Hakimiyeh and Tehran Pars districts, Mehrabad Airport, military base industrial zones in western Tehran. Iran's air defense units scrambled to intercept the missiles, with several projectiles reported downed over Isfahan. However, Iranian media, including Fars news agency, confirmed that some missiles did hit their targets, causing severe infrastructural damage. Operation True Promise. Iran's precision strike strategy. This retaliation from Iran, launched mere minutes after Ayatollah Khamenei's speech, showcases the IRGC's ability to mobilize and strike quickly. According to a senior IRGC aerospace advisor, dozens of missiles, drones, and long-range projectiles were launched with strategic precision. Our targets were carefully selected military and intelligence centers inside Israel. Key highlights of Iran's offensive: hundreds of ballistic missiles launched from Iranian territory, Israeli airbases and weapon depots targeted directly. Military hubs responsible for the June 13 Israeli strike were prioritized. Nuclear fallout, global alarm raised. The attack on Israel's alleged nuclear research sites has raised serious concerns about radioactive contamination. International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, Chief Rafael Grossi confirmed that chemical and radiological leaks were detected after the bombing of Iranian nuclear facilities. However, containment procedures are currently in place, and the situation remains under control for now. A cycle of blood, the triggering event. Let's rewind to what ignited this escalation. June 13, 2025. Israel launched airstrikes on multiple Iranian cities, targeting nuclear scientists and military leaders. Dozens of Iranians were killed, including high-ranking officials. Iran immediately promised a measured and powerful response. June 15, 2025. Iran initiated Operation True Promise, raining missiles down on Israeli military sites, global reactions, and regional fallout. The international community is on edge. World powers, including the US, Russia, China, and the EU, have called for immediate de-escalation. The United Nations Security Council has scheduled an emergency meeting to discuss the worsening Middle East conflict. In neighboring countries like Jordan and Lebanon, military alerts have been raised, fearing spillover effects. Civilians across the region remain under threat as diplomatic efforts struggle to catch up with the pace of military escalation. What's next? War or diplomacy? While both Israel and Iran have stated they are defending their national security, the world watches with growing fear. The coming hours are critical. Will diplomacy take over? Or is the Middle East spiraling into a full-scale war? Stay tuned to IQD to VND News for exclusive footage, satellite updates, expert analysis, and interviews from both sides of the conflict. This developing story could shape the future of regional and global politicos. Don't forget, subscribe to IQD to VND News. Our mission, reach 500 subscribers this month. And with your support, we're almost there. Like, comment, share this with others who follow global events closely.